The irony is with my story is I don't have to tell you what's going on because I guarantee you filled your car up in the last couple of days. You looked at the attendant and you said, what is going on? So I just want to throw a couple of specific stats at you. So next time your lefty buddy tries to act like everything's going swell under Uncle Joe, here's a couple of nice data points. The first thing is our national average for the price of fuel is $3.39 a gallon. All states, every state in the union has an average gas price that's higher than $3. We all saw over the weekend the pictures of the one California gas station that had that $7.29 per gallon cost. I mean, that's absolutely absurd. California's got the highest gas prices in the nation at $4.54. Something else I thought was interesting when I was looking at the master list is 15 of the 20 most expensive gas states are blue states. So Biden's own voters are the ones that are actually paying the most at the pump for the decision they made back in November of last year. So I think a part of the reason why we're seeing this happen, and I'm going to open it up to you guys to just kind of spitball what you see some other causalities are.
Yeah.
I think killing Keystone, putting the moratorium on new drilling projects, doing the vaccine mandate, and then also the generous federal stimulus to basically disincentivize people to work.
Yeah.
All of these things have like fused together to create this situation where Americans, even those who are not like politically active, you would say, or people who are overly involved in the process, are all of a sudden looking at the situation around them and are asking for answers. So just to address those people directly, Michael and then George, like, what do you think is going on insofar as why the price is the way it is?
Well, you see all of these talking heads like giving you all this spin about, oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's because of this. Oh, you know, COVID did this. And then that's why gas is down. Well, COVID was under Trump as well. And this didn't seem to be happening very much. It's really simple. When there's less gas available, the gas that's there costs more. And when you have the person in charge heavily regulating, you know, the gas and oil industry, you're going to have less gas available. You know, that's why else would he be begging for OPEC to send us more if not for that lack of supply? So it's pretty simple. This is what leftists do. This is what Democrats do when they're talking about their whole climate change agenda. It costs all of us so much more.
Yeah,
so.
and gas is one of those things that impacts the economy so much, not just because all of us use it to one degree or another, but because when gas prices go up, that's obviously a key indicator of inflation. It's one of the goods that's used to determine inflation rates. But it doesn't just end there, because gas contributes to the prices of all the other goods in that basket that are used to, determine what inflation rates are.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah. If you buy a refrigerator tomorrow, it's going to cost more than it did 3 months ago because they're going to spend more delivering it to you. So that refrigerator now includes the price of gas in it. But it's literally everything. It's produce, it's furniture, it's anything Amazon delivers to your door. Gas adds to inflation by being more expensive, and then it adds the inflation of everything else by being more expensive. So it's the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, and it's one of those. It is hard to break that cycle once it gets going, unless you make some sort of key regulatory change. Which I'm not looking to this administration to do that anytime soon.
I think those are all sound points, which leads us to the next aspect that I want to ask you guys, which is how long will this last? Because we've seen a number of comments from like Janet Yellen over the weekend where she was saying, well, the high inflation should go down sometime maybe at the end of 2022.
It's ugly when they bring Yellen out. They only bring Yellen out for serious damage control. That's true.
And I think it's very Democrat of her to be like, well, you can't prove me wrong for 14 months.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I might be right.
And then you'll forget that I said it by the time we get there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Michael, how long is this going to last?
I'm not enough of an expert to give you an estimation. They've put us in a position where it's going to last a really long time. I definitely know that for sure. I mean, we think back, I remember when we were all getting our stimulus checks, people were talking about, oh, this will be great. Oh, I can't wait to get the money. And then nobody really understood what the long-term costs were. When the government prints off that much money, you have inflation, and then now Biden regulating the oil and gas industries. All of these things are combining. They're hitting us now. So I could definitely see this till end of 2022 from all the people that I've listened to. So.
Yeah, I got two answers for your question, Caleb. One is that maybe not too long, because gas is a commodity and there are a lot of suppliers. And so as prices rise, OPEC doesn't need Biden to come ask them to produce more. They have an incentive to produce more, and that would increase supply and tend to have downward pressure on prices. That's how the market works when it's allowed to function properly, which of course it isn't. But maybe if prices rise too dramatically, too quickly, I could see OPEC and other oil-producing nations getting involved to mitigate that somewhat. The other thing I could see jumping in to mitigate it is a year from now, we're going to have some elections. And there are some Democrats who are hoping to win some of those elections. And so Biden is going to start coming under a great deal of pressure. If 12 months from now, we're still seeing these prices where they are now or even higher, and could be higher for sure,